mentioning about the ways of getting inside the power plant, the nuclear plants, and the thumb drive.
Yes.
The Wired magazine did a couple of stories on it. It was really interesting, and they talked about how double agent. They're saying that what likely happened was there's a vendor that Iran used a lot for all their computer equipment that they bought, and apparently one of the vendors, the guy that was doing a lot of the exchanges, had ties to Mossad, which I think is like the CIA equivalent
Mossad.
in Israel.
Yeah, so there's a lot of speculations around that as well, about the PLCs vendors being, I don't know, managed by Israel in some way, or influenced by Israel in some way, or at least the intelligence agencies.
Offer more what you'll see a decade and a thumb drive.
Well, that guy went missing.
And the interesting thing about Stuxnet is that we'll probably never know. We'll probably never know. And if you read about Stuxnet, there is tons of information, and they're mostly speculations. They know what it did. They know how it cloned itself. They know how to which server it was trying to communicate outside. They knew all of that because that's there, but they don't know about the whole thing around it.
Is the source code available? Sorry, the code is available anywhere for this specific module?
The slide?
The code.
The code? It is. So you can try it in the sandbox.
Oh,
It'll be hard for you to get it to work because you have to simulate the environment. But there's a video on YouTube that you can see that Symantec had like a PLC, a small PLC in the computer, and also like a balloon. It was inflating a balloon, and you can see that a regular flow of how the PLC should work, it just inflates it a little bit and stops. And then when they infect the machine with Stuxnet, you can see the balloon inflating, and then it goes up. So you can see that.
Where can you get that from? Any resource? Where can you get the code from? Any specific website or?
There's on GitHub. There's a Stuxnet. I think there's a Stuxnet page over there that you can see. There's a lot of information about this.
So it was using Windows XP operating system.
It was not specifically Windows XP, but Microsoft in general. And that's the latest malware targeting ICS that was discovered by Farhi, and also MIT's PLCs, and it had a sandbox detection, which is also gives us like a hint about that, like the actual malware writers didn't want to be exposed because it had sandbox detection. So it was either a research that was trying to invade sandbox environments or something else. Replace DLLs and introduces false data. So I didn't mention that. So Stuxnet also, during that MITM, it was reflecting back information, like a false data. So the operators saw that whatever he tried to program was working, but in fact it wasn't. So it was kind of like, in the movies where you have burglars breaking into a bank, stealing a diamond, and feeding the cameras with something else, something like that. So that was also pretty sophisticated. And last thing, this documentary is on Netflix. I highly recommend you to watch this. This is the book, and this is a movie in 2016 called 0 Days that is going to be, it's a Hollywood movie about Stuxnet. So even today, 6 years, more than 6 years, if you take into consideration the 2005 domain registers, even today it's still interesting. That's it.